Today I'm going to speak about the pros and cons to living in Sarasota. I'm going to give you my own perceptions in terms of what I feel are the great things about Sarasota and not so great. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because a lot of you actually asked me. All right, let's get right into this video. First of all, the beaches here are beautiful, especially Siesta Key Beach, which is the #1 rated beach that we have here in this region. Sometimes it's #1 rated in the US. Siesta Key Beach is absolutely breathtaking. It's actually about 15 minutes away from our house. It's on Siesta Key, but there's 2 other beaches on Siesta Key. We also have Turtle Beach and Crescent Beach. The great thing about Sarasota is that we have so many beaches to choose from. As a matter of fact, I counted 9 that are in very easy driving distance, right? So we talked about Siesta Key, which has 3 beaches already. There's also Lido Key, and there's 3 beaches on Lido Key. My favorite being North Lido, which I absolutely love, especially for the sunsets. Then there's Nokomis Beach, and the Venice beaches, which are amazing as well. And that's not even counting Longboat Key and Anna Maria Island beaches. But just to go to the beach isn't exactly a lifestyle that I wanted to have for myself. I love the option of going to the beach if I wanted to relax, but I also love our downtown area, which is thriving. What is so special about Sarasota is that our downtown area has everything that New York City has to offer, just in a much smaller scale. We have really great theaters. There's plenty of restaurants to choose from, and the restaurants that we have in downtown Sarasota are exceptional. Chefs come here from all parts of the US, really from all over the world, having worked in such places as New York City and Paris, just to name a few. Let's step into one of the newer cafes that was opened up in the Rosemary District, downtown Sarasota, and meet Chef Micah England.
Well, you know, I try to use as much local as I can. I use quality ingredients. I'm very particular about that. I grew up on a ranch in Oklahoma, so I'm used to using farm to table. I do have a Wagyu burger on the menu and sliders for the happy hour menu.
When it comes to eating out, you will have so many choices of fine dining restaurants. You'll have more casual options and cute little cafes to choose from. And it's just incredible to see the transformation. I've been here for 11 years. There's so many new buildings that have come up and continue to go up. There is a huge initiative that I'm so excited about, and it's called Bay Sarasota, and it's across from the Renaissance building. It's actually by where the Van Wezel is. This initiative is very exciting to me because it's ambitious, but it's also very achievable. A lot of it is going to be contingent upon how much money can be raised over the next 5 to 10 years. The goal as to where the Bay Sarasota is expected to be over the next few years is going to be amazing. I always say in my videos, once it's said and done, it's going to become the heart and soul of downtown Sarasota. What is incredible about Sarasota is that you can live so many different lifestyles in a very short period of time. What I mean is you don't have to drive very long distances to go from a beach setting and be a beach bum, so to speak, to being in downtown Sarasota and living more of a metropolitan lifestyle, to heading over to Mayaka State Park, for example, to be a nature lover or a golfer. We have a lot of different golfing communities here in Sarasota. Sarasota is not very big. If you live center of Sarasota, you could be at the beaches in 10 minutes. In downtown Sarasota in 10 minutes. It's all relatively close by. And that is exceptional when it comes to changing lifestyles, taking on different ways of experiencing life very fast. There's also a lot to do in Sarasota. All you have to do is go on tripadvisor.com, go in the section that talks about to-dos, and you'll see all the major attractions. But there's so much more to do beyond those attractions that you find in tripadvisor.com, and that is in the form of events. So Sarasota puts on events all the time. You have your daily events, and then you have your weekly events, such as the Sarasota Farmers Market in downtown Sarasota. There's also one in Lakewood Ranch. Then we have the monthly events and the yearly events. One of them that just popped up in my head is Siesta Key Crystal Classic, which is a sand sculpting event that happens every year. I think it's in November or December. Yeah, there's a lot of events that are being put on by the city, by businesses, and there's always really something to do. This is kind of an obvious, and we talk about it all the time in videos, but it truly is one of the reasons why I chose Florida, and that is the warm weather year-round. I don't mind the summers here. Yes, it does get hot, and sometimes it's annoying. I've gotten used to the summer heat and the extreme weather that comes with it, which includes almost daily rain showers, lightning storms. We haven't had a hurricane yet this year, but I'm assuming we'll probably get one or two of them. I so much more prefer that than the alternative up north in the winter time. Sarasota has an airport. It sits kind of between Bradenton and Sarasota. I love the airport, and you have no idea how beneficial it can be to have an airport that is so close to home, providing you with yet another alternative versus flying out of Tampa. I have gone on many business trips flying out of Sarasota, some of them international. I far prefer flying out of Sarasota versus Tampa because A, it's really well run. It never really gets so crowded. It is much less stressful going out of Sarasota than Tampa, for example. Sarasota Airport actually has gotten a few awards in the last few years, and one of them, I believe, was for the least amount of flight delays for a small airport. Another big pro for me is that we're so close to other destinations that I love spending time in, such as Clearwater, St. Petersburg, Dunedin, Tampa Bay, and then on the southern side, absolutely love Punta Gorda, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Marco Island, and then of course Naples. There's so many different tourist destinations that people come to from all over the world, and we have it accessible here almost in our backyard, just an hour to maybe 2 hours away. And let's talk about the cons. First one for me is the traffic has gotten worse. A lot of it has to do with the pandemic and now people coming here. I mean, I'm noticing it on a lot of main streets in Sarasota and the highways. It takes far longer now to get to places. The way I go around it is really understanding what the traffic pattern is like now and then planning ahead. Now remember, the way you're going to perceive traffic is very dependent upon what you're used to. I'm actually surprised I'm saying that the traffic changes are a bit annoying because I come from New York City. New York City traffic is probably one of the worst in all of the US. But then again, I've also lived here for the last 11 years, and so I am noticing the changes over the last few years. Number two is real estate. Real estate, unfortunately, isn't attainable for many of you anymore. It's become very expensive to live in Sarasota. The median price as of July of this year is about $450,000 for Sarasota. A lot of you are priced out. We should be figuring out how to come up with affordable residences because we need essential workers. As a matter of fact, the government in Sarasota put out a huge campaign to draw in essential workers to live here, to work here, because we need to fill these gaps that we're finding in workplaces, right? We need essential workers in hospitals, in restaurants, and all these other different types of businesses. But how are workers going to live here if they can't afford living here? I'm hoping that the local government is going to help provide affordable living opportunities for especially our essential workers. So Sarasota is not a very walkable town. Unless you live in downtown Sarasota. Outside of downtown Sarasota, you're going to have a car. You're going to have to drive everywhere. I wish that Sarasota was a little bit more walkable, but
there's no such thing as a perfect place.
Lastly for me is the weather. I mean, I did talk about how I much prefer the summer weather over the winter weather. Absolutely, that is true. I don't mind it as much anymore as maybe the first year or two. Sometimes I do get annoyed at the daily rain showers. The lightning storms are a bit frightening, especially if you're caught in one. I've learned to navigate it, and really during the day I try not to be outdoors as much because it's too hot. I try to be outdoors in the morning and way into the evening, and those are usually the times of the day when the lightning storms don't occur. And that's it, my friends. I really had a hard time coming up with cons, and I'm not saying that because I'm a real estate agent, but I truly love living here. That's why I've been here for so long. Call me, email me anytime if you want to work with me. It would be my pleasure to work with you and help you find a home here in Sarasota. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, please like it for me. I really appreciate it. It does help out. Thank you again. See you later. Bye-bye.